Так. Так. Раз, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть. Чекаем, работает. Да, все работает. Что ж, всем доброго денечка и других времен суток. Продолжаем проходить Стражи Галактики. Вот. Собственно, с места, где мы остановились.
Must be the assassin.
What did I do again?
The refrigerator door was left open.
Yeah, Gamora.
Or was it the abomination?
Yeah, Rocket.
Rocket, any chance you can check out the fridge while you're at it?
I ain't got time to refill it. I
Я
got
ж
other
закрывал,
priorities
да.
right now.
Are those Shatari handcuffs?
What? Oh, yeah.
Strange thing to collect. And I collect some pretty weird stuff.
Oh, it's not like that. I found him in the quarantine zone and I just kept him.
Why?
Don't know. As a reminder of who I used to be, how I got here, it's stupid.
Not necessarily. You want to talk about it?
Ever been to Shatari Prime?
More times than I care to admit.
Привет, Катюш.
Then you know what it's like. How they're like. Scritching, scratching, hissing. Reptilian stuff of nightmares.
Oh, yeah. Hard to forget.
I've seen some pretty messed up movies, but nothing came close to what it was like living on Shatari Prime. I was just a kid. I didn't even know aliens were real until they showed up in my backyard. And now?
And now you're surrounded by aliens.
There aren't a lot of humans out here. Sure, there's a few of us kicking around.
Richard Ryder.
Right, that guy. Might as well be an alien. Point is, I'm pretty much alone. All because the Shatari saw me as a valuable asset.
Not just the Shatari. Thanos.
Of course, your dad was pulling the strings. I think I'd almost rather Thanos over those lizards.
I can promise you that Thanos would not have been the better option.
Maybe. I mean, do you know what the Shatari do to their prisoners? The unvaluable ones? They throw them into an arena and make them fight monsters. They take bets, sabotage favorite prisoners by breaking a leg or an arm. All of it for their messed up insect entertainment.
You survived, Peter. Men stronger than Drax have been slaughtered in those arenas. You lived.
Yeah, I survived all right. As a bargaining chip.
Would you have preferred death?
I don't know. Back then, maybe. Now, not so much.
Then be glad you made it out at all. Helen knows I'm glad you did.
I don't know if you know this, but my dad is kind of the king of Spartax.
I know.
You do? I mean, you do. Of course you do. You're you.
Yeah, and it's not exactly a secret. It's what I would have done, kidnap the progeny of a powerful leader to control them. I mean, Helen knows how long they kept you. Except that it was for the express purpose of keeping the Spartoi Empire from joining the Resistance.
4 years.
What?
4 years. That's how long they had me. 4 Earth years. And a few days.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. For a long time, I thought my dad would come get me. Raise an army, send in spies to break me out, something. But he didn't. Guess it wasn't politically advantageous.
Fathers suck sometimes. Trust me.
Да, их это
Your
объединяет.
dad wanted you. Even after the war, Mike wouldn't see me.
One, want is a nice way of saying kidnapped. Make no mistake, Peter. You're not the only one who was stolen from their home. And two, you went to Spartax?
Even had a speech worked out and everything. Hey, Dad, it's me. Your son you left to rot in a Shatari prison? It was that or punch him. I was undecided. Still am. Getting into the White House would have been easier.
White House?
Basically, my dad loves bureaucratic bullcrap. I thought being his only son would be enough to get me an audience. Turns out I needed an appointment.
The Spartoy Empire was in political shambles after the Galactic War.
He was too busy to see his kid? Yeah, I got the message loud and clear. I lost everything I ever loved because of him, and he wouldn't even look me in the eye.
I'm so sorry, Peter.
Don't be, I just really want to punch him. Anyway, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah. I guess.
Выговорился. На кровати она выглядела больше.
Hey, Gamora! I was just admiring this super cool assassin ring I got from my favorite super cool assassin. As a token of my, you know,
Token of what?
of my everlasting commitment to not being murdered by you.
It's gonna take more than a ring. It is really nice, though. How'd you know what kind of ring it is?
Oh, let's just say you're not the first assassin to cross my path. Though I guess I should be glad no one ever sent the deadliest woman in the galaxy after me.
You know, that name is actually a misnomer. Everyone thinks I got it doing Thanos' dirty work. Before, you know, I betrayed him. In truth, I got it after I joined the Resistance, on a mission where nobody died.
You have to tell me about this resistance mission, especially if no one died.
I don't think it's a story you're gonna like,
Why not?
because it doesn't make Carell look very good.
Okay.
The thing you have to understand is that it was the end of the war. The Resistance was losing. Bad. The Chitauri knew it, Thanos knew it, we all knew it. But then, Thanos died. At first, people thought it was a false report. Misinformation spread to lure the Resistance out into the open. But when it became clear that it might be true, Carell saw an opportunity. An all-or-nothing mission that could win the war once and for all.
The final attack on Chitauri Prime. You're talking about the Resistance stealth mission that kidnapped their infant queen.
Except kidnapping the Queen wasn't part of Carell's original plan. The only reason she had me tag along was so that I would kill the Queen.
What? There's no way.
Is it so hard to believe? She was grieving. You know that. The Chitauri had killed her husband, her little boy. She wanted revenge, and I was her chance to finally get it.
Brell would never put out a hit on a baby. She would never kill a kid.
Believe what you want. But she's not who she was back then. None of us are. Something changed. Maybe it was having Nikki. Either way, I refused and we won the war without killing anyone else. And for reasons I don't fully
Да, ему
understand,
нравится Гамора.
I became known as the deadliest woman in the galaxy afterward.
Черт.
What did
Меня сейчас
cause
слышно
you to
нормально?
betray Thanos?
Я просто
I mean,
случайно дернул
he
провод.
adopted you when you were like
5. He basically raised us, taught us everything we know.
So what finally did it?
Вот
What
сейчас
snapped
нормально
you out
слышно?
of it?
I found the Resistance.
What?
Thanos was obsessed. He had me and Nebula combing the galaxy for their location for cycles. Each of us determined to be the first to find them and report back. So when I found them first, I was so excited to tell him. I got home,
Отлично, спасибо.
and I found him talking to an empty room. To someone called Lady Death.
Это Танос, он
That's not ominous.
хотел стать возлюбленным Леди Смерть,
Truly thought he loved us
чтобы он стал бессмертным.
in his own twisted way. But Thanos didn't want to restore balance to the galaxy. He was just in love with death, literally in love. And he would kill all of us, including me, including Nebula, to prove it.
But you couldn't let him.
No. So instead of telling him where to find the Resistance, I joined them.
I, kind of don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. After the Galactic War ended, I moved on. And now I'm here, doing all this fun stuff with you guys.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. But seriously, thank you for sharing that with me.
Sure.
Так.
We could be halfway to nowhere by now, and only a few rotations away from getting that Flarkin Nova Tracker off.
Penny for your thoughts?
What is a penny?
It's money. Like units. The saying means I pay to know what you're thinking.
We must use our currency to pay the Nova Corps fine, or we risk...
Drax. Just tell me what's up.
I am realizing that I do not know as much as I thought I did. Our visit to Seknarf 9 was not what I expected.
Because Lady Hellbender isn't a giant?
She is definitely not. That is only part of it, Peter Quill. On our way to her fortress, I realized that many of my assumptions about this team have been incorrect as well.
Really?
The assassin and the rodent. Without them and the tree fighting nobly beside us, we would not be alive right now.
Ну вот, уже начал прозревать
They're
потихоньку.
not bad people just because they have a bad past. Life is complicated, Drax. Things are never simple.
On Katath, it was. I had a family that I cherished and a certainty about life that I no longer possess.
I'm sure you'll find it again. Just give it some time.
What's up, Muscles? Pissed about the array, too?
I am
Да.
pondering our latest mission.
Этот холодильник сам по себе открывается, и никто в этом не виноват. Я только что его закрывал.
Cash to Nova Corps.
И перед предыдущей миссией я тоже его
Consider
закрывал.
Seknarf 9 a successful heroic venture.
I am Groot. Ну, кстати, мы не читали дневник давно. Ща. Так. Ладно. Так, а тут можно как-то прокачаться? Че за... Че происходит? У меня просто завис экран. Че за приколы? Эй! Помогите. Вы же тоже это видите? Я же не сумасшедший. Это что такое, блядь? Это чё, блядь, такое? Ой, ребятки. Сейчас я перезапущу стрим, простите еще раз.